let's talk about all the creepy and weird occurrences in The Sims 1 which were completely done on purpose. The Sims 1 is a vintage game at this point. Its sequels are still wildly successful and relevant, but The Sims 1 is the most unique game of the series. It's visually set apart by its two-dimensional space, which gives an illusion of a third dimension. The rotation of the screen and objects in the game make an effort to appear three-dimensional, but we never actually leave the second dimension in The Sims 1. The music and sound effects are also very unique from the other installments of The Sims. The build music in particular is very melancholic, which some players even describe as depressing. I myself find the build music incredibly soothing and nostalgic. It reminds me of a time that feels so distant in the past, I'm not even sure I'm remembering it correctly. It feels safe, peaceful, but also a bit lonely. The sound effects have left a lasting impact on the 30 and 40-somethings that remember this game well from their childhood. Certain sounds in particular trigger memories and nostalgia. Other sounds are almost harrowing. One in particular was able to make the heart rates of children and adolescents in the early 2000s increase or skip a beat. Do you know what it is? The simple two piano notes were able to send a player into panic, instilling fear into them for reasons that don't seem justified. If you're a child playing this game, there's nothing worse than your precious items you worked so hard for at your 120 simoleon per diem job to buy being stolen from you because you forgot to buy a burglar alarm. The build and buy modes are blocked from access, so you have to sit and watch it happen. You have no chance of ringing the police in time for them to catch the burglar. Making Magic was an incredibly charming and useful expansion pack. If you were clever enough to move into Magic Town as a child, you may remember some of the unnerving sound effects that occurred there. If not, you might be surprised to hear some of these for the first time. I'm just going to let these play out for you.
Oh.
The creepy sound effects don't stop there. If someone passes away in your lot, whether intentionally or not, they'll leave behind a gravestone. If your sim is awake in the wee hours of the morning, the ghost of the sim past is likely to come back and haunt you. One little known fact is that dead Sims and pets can be resurrected by the Grim Reaper into zombies. I had the misfortune of forgetting to feed my dog, and after pleading with the Grim Reaper to not take his life, he generously let me keep the puppy, but in the form of a zombie, and now he's permanently green. Pets' voices may feel a bit uncanny valley, and that's because they're voiced by humans for some reason. This may be a surprise to some and painfully obvious to others, but it is nevertheless a weird decision for the game designers to make. Sometimes a sim from another lot will pass away on your current lot, which can result in leaving orphaned pets. Once done, there is no way I know of to rectify this problem, because there isn't a way to add a sim back into the pet households so that they can be looked after. If you play the pet household too long, they will inevitably die of starvation with no one around to feed them. It's really quite sad and leaves a feeling of helplessness. If the pet dies, it will leave behind a unique pet headstone to remind you of your failures. One very unusual thing that happens is when a lot with gravestones is copied or downloaded, the NPC ghosts appear. Because the lot isn't linked to any family with a history of death, but the game still wants the gravestones to have ghosts, NPCs will appear as ghosts instead, which is both creepy and strange. The NPCs are linked to their own gravestones, so thankfully you can delete the chef's gravestone to avoid him charging you every night for not having a buffet table. Sims left on free will who aren't directed will mourn at the graves of recently passed family or friends for days on end, sending them into a deep depression. They won't want to go to work, and if they do, their quality of work will be poor. If the tragic clown painting is on the lot when the sim feels this way, the tragic clown will appear. The tragic clown is one of the creepiest NPCs in the game. His crying, coughing, and whining embody his dis-ease. Cruelty becomes encouraged because your sims experience enjoyment when taunting him. He keeps your sims up at night. His party tricks fail and result in creepy, off-key musical jingles. The other NPC that gives the tragic clown a run for his money is the obsessed fan, which is supposed to be a stan, or a stalker fan. He's got the icky mustache, cargo shorts, and a short-sleeved button-up shirt, which only fuels his overall creepy vibe. The more fame your sim achieves, the more he follows your sim around, even into private places like bathrooms. You can berate this NPC or ask him to go away without much success, and his pitiful reaction just adds to the ick you experience with this NPC. It actually makes you have second thoughts about being a superstar, despite how high-paying it is as a career. There's no way to send him away for good. It would have been nice if Maxis put in hireable bodyguards into the game to keep the Stan at bay, but I think not having this left a clear message for players. Fame comes at a price. The weirdest aspect of the game that often gets ignored but hard not to notice is the endless void that surrounds every lot in the game. Although it is easy to get used to after playing The Sims 1 quite a lot, it's always there, adding to the sense of loneliness you may experience playing The Sims 1. It seems like a strange choice for the game makers, when they could have probably easily filled up this space with empty grass and road. Your Sims will never be able to fall into the void, but its constant presence may leave a sense of unease in you. This video was inspired by Dialco's video, Creepy and Weird Stuff in Old Minecraft. I felt The Sims 1 deserved its own version. It's such a unique game and gives me the nostalgia of simpler times that I so desperately crave. If I did leave any weird or creepy aspects of The Sims 1 out of this video, please do let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, please subscribe to support the channel, and you can click the bell notification so that you're notified every time I post a new video. Most of my videos are uncommentated because I personally like that type of content, and I hope to create videos that you can relax to. Thank you so much for watching today. Your support means so much to me.